Good morning. How are you on this thoughtful Tuesday? How are you? Probably not a lot of thoughts running through your mind because I, as of yet, have not filled this coffee cup. How are you? Look, I'm trying to get back on our 3, 4 o'clock schedule, but I was up like eating brownies in the middle of the night. I wanted some chocolate so bad. Like I kind of like stop eating late at night, but when I get up and like my stomach start talking to me, I'll eat a little something. So I got into the star brownie last night. I was really disciplined. I didn't want to like take a whole slice, so I just like took a little like part of the star out. But yeah, delicious. It's not warm now, but all that on top is caramel. I'm telling you, when it was hot, oh my gosh. But the good thing about it is still moist. It is not crusty at all. This is like one of the best brownies I've made in a long time. But I don't make brownies a lot. Yeah, I'm not a big brownie person. So, how's everybody feeling? Last night was pretty good. We are now in Leo. Cancer's already winded down. We're in Leo. I think we're in Leo for. I think this is either the last day in Leo or the next. Tomorrow's going to be last day in Leo moon, and then we're going to be getting on to the next thing. We just did a Cancer supermoon on Sunday, so hopefully that worked out well for you. You were able to wake up with some kind of clarity. Don't worry if you've had random tears, okay? Because not only are there like certain things in the air right now. I don't know what's going on because I do get teary eyed too. It might be the cold because some of us are allergic to the cold air. The cold air, you know, your nose turns red, that sort of thing, and you start to leak a little bit, even though you don't have a cold. Sometimes it is due to the fact that you might be allergic to cold air. But just in case, just make sure you don't have walking pneumonia. You do not go outside directly after you've had a shower. At least wait about an hour or two. The best amount of time is 4 hours, but we all know we have schedules and some people sweat. It all depends on how your life is set up. But definitely do the best you can to avoid getting walking pneumonia, causing the flu. Remember to wipe surfaces, things of that nature. Still COVID stuff, but not COVID stuff. You get it? Enough so that you could tolerate a few germs, not a whole bunch of germs, okay? Because this place is already turned into a cesspool. People be pooping and leaving the dog poop everywhere. Are we still doing that? Because we're making other dogs sick. So if you do love your pooch enough to love everybody else's pooch the same way you love yours. Get the shots. Get the tick stuff. Remember when they start licking their paws a lot, it might be yeast. So you got to treat that with an antibiotic. So definitely just love your fur babies enough if you have to have them. And then I keep looking like you guys keep losing your fur babies. Are we cool? Like, are we paying insurance for just to say we have a fur baby? Like, take care of your dog. I don't have a dog because that's just a lot of responsibility. Plus, I run myself. I don't have time to run behind a dog right now. But I do want one. I do want one. Thank you, and good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm supposed to be making breakfast, but here I am yapping. Alex and I have been up for the last, couple of hours? Of course, I have to let him have his time, trampoline time, that sort of thing. Per case basis, right? Per case basis. So how's everybody doing? I remember I referenced Team America. Thank you. I remember I referenced Team America. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but do you remember that movie? It's with the puppets and they were saying some pretty wild stuff, but who knew that 2025 was going to actually represent that movie so very, very well? Remember when you hit out of face, America, dead. I don't know. Google this movie, Team America. It's like puppets or marionettes, that sort of thing. Like, I think Seth MacFarlane was part of the production crew on that. Like I said, the message comes through anybody. Like, you think you're being creative? No, you're actually passing a prophetic message because Team America really just came true. So, I don't know. I gotta tell you, somebody, somebody also said that I look like the girl from that '70s Mila Kunis. Somebody also said I look like a version of Mila Kunis from that '70s show. I think she's pretty hot, so I don't think that's bad. So yeah, somebody when they went into the relationship, let me think about it. I think they got catfish would probably be a nicer way to say it. But this person thought that they got snapper, but they got a whole trout. Didn't they meet them in the pack? Or is that sardines? Or is that the smell? Oh my gosh. What am I coming across? Oh, so there's these women, and I guess maybe I might have said something, but you can't get mad if the shoe fits, right? Like, I'm not coming to you guys' life. You guys are in the energy. We're all in the energy. We're like collective. I didn't get catfished. However, like, well, I guess you could technically say I got catfish because this guy was talking like he like had money and he had a job and he, liked himself and he was respectable. All in all, he hated himself and he really was just around me to try to leech off of me. And he might have got some coochie off my energy too. That's weird. But shout out to the girl who decided to take out the trash for me. I be praying that it happens because once I get annoyed, I'm like, how the frick do I ditch this guy without making him a stalker? Well, the stalker part I haven't figured out yet, but the ditching part, oh my God. It's so easy. You actually, no, I'm not going to give away my secret. I just thought about that. Gatekeeping 2026. But I'm going to tell you, it involved prayer. I was like, no, I think I seen a meme too. And the meme was like, Dear Jesus, if you love me, you'll make him go. The end. And then I looked, and then he was gone. And I was like, oh my God, Jesus, he works. Prayer works. God is listening, and Jesus delivered the message because he was out of here. What was crazy is the way that it happened was he sent the succubus energy, and I was able to notice it. He was like, hey, there's your scapegoat right there. And I was like, what you mean, Jesus? She being disrespectful. He was like, no, don't pay attention to that. She not being disrespectful. This is your way out. You said the dude be trying to eat your food. You say the dude be on the phone with the dude all the time when he over your house. You say the dude, increasingly, his pants were getting smaller and smaller and smaller. That is like weird to me, but I believe it's because he liked the way my ass looked in my pants, so he was trying to he was trying to copy. So I think that led on to some other things. Maybe he wanted to be me. But either way, it was so funny, right? So when I peeped it, it was like tap, tap to that. There goes your opening. And I was like, oh, shoot. So all I got to do is let them flirt with each other and act like, oh, my God, my boyfriend. Savannah. Oh. It was a really good act, too, because apparently he told her that she gonna fall apart. She gonna fall apart. But what he didn't tell her was that he told his boyfriend the same thing. So both of them, it's gonna be in the Cash App description. It's gonna be in the description. Where did this damn thing come from? I sound like mama with mama on that thing with the cooking. That's because I should be cooking. But yeah. So when she wore like a really tight outfit over. And I was like, okay, because I'm not crazy. I know the things, the works of the women. And I also know, sometimes you know how things work. So when I got the thing and it was like, let it happen. Don't stand in the way, but act like act dumb. So I said, okay, cool. Well, I don't know. And you just let me know if you really want me. Not knowing I was already going to change my number. So what had happened was she was like, and she did it right. And she had on like this really like, thing, right? Oh, is it you? Is it you? Did it happen to you? Oh, wonderful. But yeah, so he was like, when you can tell a man is like actual and things of that nature, and he's looking to like put you in a situation, you can see his eyes perk up. Like this man has beady eyes. So for a minute, I actually saw his pupils. It was crazy. The reaction, the switch up was real, right? And then like this man kind of like tried to sit around me. Like he would always like sit around me. Like he couldn't get up and do things himself. So when she came over, like he started getting up and doing shit. I was like, oh fuck, it's real. This shit is real. So like, you gotta play the part. So in and all, she ended up with the flip flopper, right? And I was like so happy because like, I'm not even gonna lie. The next day, a bag hit. I was like, oh shit. What Jesus told me was right. He said, if you get rid of this bum, I'ma run you some. And I was like, okay, cool. If you get rid of this bum, I'ma run you some. Right? Cool. So what happened was I got rid of the bum. But what happened, I almost made a mistake. I almost messed myself up. Get me. Almost made a mistake, right? So I was so happy to get rid of this man. I got happy, right? The thing about it is, this man switched up totally when he saw that I quit my government job and I decided I wanted to actually pursue my creative career, right? He walked in, saw me actually with a musician, something he'd never seen me do, something he'd never seen me mention because I didn't know him that well to tell him everything that I was invested in, because you just really don't know. You don't know. And I didn't know at the time because of the way I had met him. It took me maybe over a year to get that close to him. But even in the sense of me being that close to him in a year, there was still some things left. So I knew that wasn't the end game. I just would say things to see how he would start moving. But it seemed to me, the more potential I revealed to him, the more arrogant he got, the more resistant he got. Like he started like really being on the phone with the guy a lot. And then I would see like screens on my phone pulled up that weren't previously pulled up. So I knew. And then one day it got me because for some reason he would always say, oh, I forgot the code to this and I forgot the code to that. Let's be frank here. I actually worked in mental health for just about 19 years at the time. I hadn't finished my 20th year, right? So it's kind of weird how a person who's never been in your environment takes for granted your past experience, because I really wasn't born the day before I met him. So he took for granted my past experience. Mind you, he met me at my job, like while I was working. So it was kind of weird for a man to be that stupid, like really stupid. I think he had a isolation of the brain sort of thing. I wouldn't even call him. No, I think when you get that type of situation in your head, you forget the details of things, right? So, Alice, give me a hand for a minute. Can you help me pick out what you want? Can I have it back? Thank you. He has to take and walk away with it so I don't put it back and mix up his flavors. I'm gonna make the eggs in a minute. Here's my oven. So yeah, back to what I was saying. So I don't think he realized he put into a account that I have some years on me. I might not have been as old as him, but I got a few years on me, and I kind of learned a few things, back then, I think he was born before the 70s because he was kind of older than me. And the crazy part, I think he was born in the 60s. And what was crazy about it is, now that I'm starting to look, the 60s didn't do you guys well. That shit didn't age well with you guys. Because a lot of you guys are women idiots, or you guys blew your minds out with so many weird psychedelic drugs and things. Y'all country dumb, and y'all don't know. Anyway, like I was saying, I've got sausage on turkey sausage and the Hillshire Farm sausage. Oh my goodness. We love them because it's a spicy one. It's the spicy one, right? So this fella proceeds to pop his collar. I remember one time we went to hook. He used to like try to goad me when he finally found out that I was a singer. He tried to goad me, right? And he was like, "We need to go to this place because them women can sing." As if he was trying to basically put me down. To put me down, right? So that these other women that he didn't know, or I thought he didn't know, so I would be in competition with them. Thing is, I got a guitarist. I'm ready to record. I don't give a shit what these women are doing. That's karaoke. I mean, yeah, some of these girls in there in karaoke are good, but are they going to like invest in this? Who knows? I don't give a shit, right? All right, cool. So we go, and what was crazy about it is, men and women pay me attention because I pay men and women attention. Like, I'm kind of friendly when we go out. I'm a social butterfly, but I'm not too nice, you know. We kind of got seated at the bar with a lady that was, I think she was a stud, but she was cool. So I'm able to like talk to her as though she's a human being. Like, I'm not talking to her based on her sexuality. I'm talking to her based on the fact that her mouth is moving, and so is mine. So she sits by us. She takes a fancy to us, and she buys us both an appetizer, which was nice. And I think this pisses him off because now he sees the potential of him being challenged everywhere and in every environment by anybody, right? This is how he perceives it. Even though she might have just been like, you know, splurging. Because, I mean, she bought him some stuff, too. We were at Looking Real. That's not really a cheap place. It's a seafood place. We didn't get, like, wings. We got, like, wontons and seafood and things of that nature. So he goes outside. He calls his friend. He's like, yeah, my friend's going to pull up. And they're going to, like, his friend, you know, whatever. I think that's the boyfriend, by the way, whatever. But anyway, so he calls his friend, and his friend comes over to the bar. He goes outside. He smokes cigarettes. That's another thing that had to go because I don't smoke cigarettes and I don't like the smell of it. And that's just a lot of money to be smoking to kill your damn self, especially when your health isn't that good. So anyway, like I said, I digress. So you want your juice? Here, you want your juice? Here, take it. Okay. I need some water. So yeah, we go at the table. His friend joins us. We move to a bigger table away from the bar because at this point he's kind of like a little pissed off at the stud lady who's basically just being, you know, she's a vibe. Her friends start joining the corner. It's a vibe, right? We're out there. He's like, no, we're going to sit at a table. So we all sit at the table, and my hair was out at the time. My natural hair was out, and it was kind of curled. It was kind of cute. I was giving Lucy, and my natural hair was actually like a little darker version of this, right? So I was giving Lucy. I had my little tints, my little tinted glasses on, my tinted sunglasses on, because the lights bother my eyes sometimes. The hard lighting bothers my eyes sometimes. So I was giving Lucy, sitting there. And his friend looked at me. He was like, she's actually beautiful. Oh, fuck. Why did he say that? So this turned my date into a complete maniac. He starts getting up, trying to be like everybody's friend, even though he's really not a friendly person. Like, he never misses a chance to take a jab, even at homeless people. And it's like, when you get to be around a person, you don't really care what they have, how much money they have. You just remember all of the crappy things that they say to people. And like the last straw was when he was leaving at 7-Eleven. He was on the phone with me, and the guy was like, can you spare $1? And if you're going to give a person $1, you give them the dollar or you don't, you know. He proceeds to say, I'm not going to give you no dollar while I'm on the phone here. I don't know if this was supposed to make him seem tough or whatever, but this was like the end, okay? So when the Jezebel came over, I was like, yeah, bad. So when he was like, I'm not going to give you no dollar. What am I doing for you, my brother? You sit here, you should feel ashamed to be asking another man for $1. And he did this all while on the phone with me. And I'm like, what? This is disgusting. You could have just shut up. The insult was in the fact that you could have just shut up. You did not have to say anything to this man. It was bad enough to watch you go and get in your car. It was bad enough to be in the cold. It was bad enough to actually have to open his mouth. Maybe he did not have shame for being homeless. Maybe he did not. But it was not his job to drag that man in that moment, especially not on the phone with me. So after the disgustingness happened, like, there were several instances. So by the time this situation rolled around, I was more than happy to like leave it alone. I was so happy. So when I realized that this cat and one of my other exes decided to get together and decide to stalk me and try, like, really get together and stalk me and hire a whole crew to steal my mail and all this, because how dare I not only be smart enough to leave, not poor enough to go back, because definitely that's what he was trying to do, like, take away my money that I made. Like, he was upset that I never asked him to help me with none of my bills because something in me told me not to ask him to pay for anything because he already was entitled. Like, who brags about being this, that, and the third, and their mom and their family and all that, and then sit there and actually portray a whole stinky foot bum in your house? And then on top of that, he said he lost his cell phone one day, and his friend had a couch that, it was a small couch, right? So where he lost his phone at, one, his friend could have found the damn phone. I'm not taking up for that. I think his friend could have found the phone, being as though, where's the microwave put? Okay. I think his friend could have found the phone, being as though the couch was just two-seated, right? And when I went in, it took me less than 5 minutes to find the phone. And the way it was, you would have to be bent over a couch, your ass up, your face down. You would have to be bent over a couch, holding your phone, to lose your phone in such a place. And the fact that his friend left it there until we went up to the apartment for me to see exactly what it was, I think his friend was low-key dry snitching, or his boyfriend was low-key letting him know, I'm the other party in your relationship. What was so funny about that part was, why y'all on the phone all the time? And one time I had to go pick my child up. I used his car in the middle of the night. And I think I seen his same friend following me in his tinted BMW in the middle of the night. I was driving his friend's car. So he probably thought that was his boyfriend when I was driving on that side of town. But honestly, he didn't have tint. It was a drop top. I was riding in the drop top. And his friend had a drop top, but his BMW actually had tents. So it was kind of weird that I kept seeing his boyfriend following me all over the place. Are you part of the boys gang? Because why are you worried about my teeth when I just got up and I'm drinking coffee? But I don't think it has anything to do with that. It's called reflection and light. But you might have didn't pay attention in school. It's all right. Somebody will hold your hand. It just won't be me. Somebody will do it. It just won't be me. But yeah, like I was saying, so you had to believe after you notice all of these, inconsistencies, and you see on the internet, Jesus, Beyonce's internet, whoever internet y'all want to say it is this time, right? I know, right here. Anyway, so yeah. So after going through all that and seeing how men will unalive you for like showing them that you're leaving them, I decided just let it flow. Let it flow and don't let a nigga know nothing. The best breakups are the silent ones, the ones where you don't sit there and go back and forth about some stuff you've already decided. Sometimes you don't give a person to talk you, give a person a chance to talk you out of a decision that has already been made. Because you made the decision by yourself, why do you need further assistance? Or are you trying to get this person who basically wasn't involved in the decision making to give you permission to go be happy? You feel me? So yeah, sometimes that's what a win looks like. It looks like a loss. And the fact that I lost no sleep, I gained the other side of my bed back. I gained all of my leftovers back. I gained my waistline back. And I got my favor with God back because I didn't know I was laying next to a damn demon. This man was on demon time. And so was the friend. And when I realized that she was one of those TikTok witchers, I mean, she's always mentioned something like this to me before, but I didn't know until maybe like last year, January of last year, I really needed to take this stuff serious that she kept saying that she would light different candles on people. I just wouldn't eat her food. She would make food and I would take it. I'd be like, okay. And then buy the trash can or the dumpster. I'd be like, okay. And, you know, we would maintain friends like that. But honestly, it was my fault for like not just relocating myself from her, period. And it was my fault for not finding him a hoe faster. It was my fault. Because if I knew all I had to do was put him in the proximity of the next victim, being as though she wanted to be, I would have been did that. But nobody else was bold enough to go at him like that because I was around. So I had to get somebody who was bold enough and didn't like me enough to actually take it off my hands. So shout out to the mean girls. I think y'all won. I think y'all won. I don't know what that was, baby, but I was glad it happened. I was so glad it happened because I got a chance to sing. I got a chance to do my traveling without, well, this person did try to call me, but I changed my number. But yeah, I got a chance to do everything that I would not have been doing if he had been my boyfriend. He would have constantly had me fighting with him. He would have constantly had me guessing myself. He would have compared me to everything. I mean, everything. Not even himself, right? He would have compared me to everything on God's green earth. And he still wouldn't have been brighter for it because he was dumb. I think he was really dumb. And he covered it up by being chaotic. He always had something going on. And he felt like if he kept you busy enough, you would never pay attention to that factor. I remember one time we went out to Club Safari and I left him at the club. We drove together, we rode together. He kept getting missing. I saw him in the crowd dancing with someone and I left it alone. And I went on out and went home. And he called me crying and crying on, but never made it. And I was like, yeah, like he was already displaying the signs. I just hadn't figured out how I was going to get him to stop coming around me since he knew my address. And he seemed to always be up when I was up because I don't sleep late at night because I sleep during the day. That's how my schedule is sometimes if I don't have anything to do. But during this time, he thought I didn't have anything to do because he's so stupid. I would sit at the kitchen table writing a lot, right? Go figure. I'm an actual book writer. I'm an actual published author. So it never occurred to him that the reason why I was sitting at the kitchen table quiet and writing a lot was the fact that I was a writer. It never occurred to him, even though I had already published a book. See, this is what happens when you meet arrogant people. And this isn't just isolated to a female. I mean, a male. Or, this is arrogant people, period. See, they get so caught up in their own stuff and their own plans and the result thereof it and how they can benefit off of you or get you to fit whatever narrative it is that they benefit from, that sometimes they don't think. They neglect like active thinking, and they don't realize that pivot is a part of life. A lot of times you have to move things around, and some of us were kind of blessed with plan B's, not because we wanted to, because life has disappointed us so goddamn much. We had no other choice but to sit there and always contemplate a plan B. Doesn't make us perfect, doesn't make us invincible. What it makes us is ready, because we know how quick things can change. The best, well, the longest rappers know that things change and you do not get comfortable. Even if this is your thing, this is your area of mastery. I mean, a lot of people felt like they mastered it, and then a new game came out, right? And then a new generation came out, and then they had kids, and then there was an upgrade, and then you got the Apple 10, and then they got an Apple 13. You see what I'm saying? So evolution is a thing. Look at Alex. So you just gotta be ready, and you gotta realize that it's some people out here that's so arrogant in their plots and their schemes that they don't have critical thinking. And I was watching last night. I'm always watching something. They caught 2 postal workers, and I've been talking about my mail been getting stolen, because these people don't work by themselves. They actually go together. I love you too. They actually go together. It's a group. People, it's this organized crime. So, you wait for the trails to connect. But yeah, stealing mail and things of that nature. These people think that they're smart. But the thing about it is there's always somebody smarter, or there's somebody that's dumb enough to try. Just like they were dumb enough to try. There's somebody dumb enough to report. Because they don't, the danger is in not reporting it a lot of times. So yeah, they caught a couple of them, and there'll be more that they'll catch. Because technology is what? Evolving. Same way our consciousness is evolving, our awareness is evolving. There's a lot evolving in us. Let me put together this plate for Alex. You want a big plate or small plate? I'm drinking coffee, and I may have a bagel this morning. Yes, these eggs actually came out really smooth. Alice is going to have a great time. I'm going to pull the sausages off the stove. 1 Hillshire, 1 turkey. Hit the oatmeal with some condensed milk. It's sweetened. Yes. Where did I put your oatmeal? I know, right? I splashed it. I'm so sorry. And it's a little cold. Let me put it in for like another 30 seconds. It's a little cold. I think I was yapping too much. I'm sorry, Alex. But here's your eggs. Move your computer. There you go. All right, start over with that. But yeah, I saw. Come on now, can you stop being creepy? Because now it makes me feel like I need to get some type of reinforcement, right? Yeah. Let's cool out on me. That you know that's creepy. If somebody did that to you, you know, yeah, like that doesn't make me feel comfortable. You being real creepy and you're disrespecting my space. And that's the person who knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, like I said, I'm glad I left that loser. I'm glad that I was able to comprehend enough to know that he wouldn't be able to comprehend. And sometimes you don't argue with people like that who are blatantly disrespectful, entitled. They already have plans for you that you're not even included in, except for the fact you are the plan. You're basically the foundation of their plan. They would have never made this plan had they not come across you because you're the lick, really. So you have to pay attention to when you're the lick, male or female, because some people are only with you to come up off of you in the worst ways. I had to witness that guy who took his woman on a Christmas cabin trip, and it's crazy how he was an entrepreneur, he was an influencer, he was everything, but because he wasn't deemed the standard guy, you could tell he had a lot of things going on with him. And he was with a so-called baddie. I mean, she was pretty. She's very pretty. She is still pretty. But the problem is, something happened to that man under that bridge, allegedly. And allegedly, she stole 30K in a short amount of time. And that's another reason why I took to this internet, this platform, because yeah, I would have been able to, make it, reset myself. But why should I've had to go through that all because I had a shitty relationship? And I'm sure it's more people that have experienced this thing. You go through a shitty relationship, and because the person isn't right, or the person hasn't set their life up right, or they've gotten used to a certain lifestyle living with you, they decide that you don't have a right, you don't have a decision to take yourself away from it. You don't have a right to live life. You don't have a right to be happy with your accomplishments. They're supposed to get a cut of it. And that's why we have to be more aware of the people, the vicinity, the families, the friends, the company people keep, the barmaid. I no longer really trust the barmaids because they're taking money from people because they're not getting paid enough to poison people and to assist and to turn a blind eye when they know this guy's done this to several girls at the same bar. They know this guy's done this to several girls at the casino. They know this woman sets up people at the casino. They know this woman is always at this hotel doing something with another group of guys. It's a lot of setup, fraud culture out here. And the reason why you don't know where this money coming from, and you'll never see these people working, is because these people are working you. These people are working us. These people are working my nerves. Really, honestly, it's like the rise of the pseudo famous, and it's not even famous. You getting famous for the wrong things. Shout out to the creators who are still putting out things that have sustenance, who still have good content, who are not just showing us the good parts of life. They're showing us the struggle. They're showing us the mistakes. And to the ones who, they keep it a buck. They're, keeping it authentic. They're not out here promoting any like real destructive things. They're trying to make people aware and keep people out the way, because a lot of us didn't have this growing up. We are the generation, the millennials are the generation, we had to bridge the gap. And for some reason, you never want to be the first to do anything, because that means your ass has been experimented on. So shout out to I think from 77 to, I want to say, the 90s. I say we got experimented on. Like, they didn't know what the hell they was doing. We came from the first generation that actually got to experience entitlement. They was the first ones to experience, like, sitting around looking at soap operas and actually being all right with their little, somewhat okay. And then they hyper pushed us into whatever this hyperbole is, because now we're in the same spaces as our grandparents our parents and our kids simultaneously, where they had one or the other. They were either with the with the old ones, or they were living with the young ones. Like they didn't have that. We're like the bridge generation. We had to endure not having internet to now having internet, not having all the cell phones, the big block cell phones, because shorty, I had one. Leroy Lilly gave me one in I think it was like between middle school, high school. Yeah. So yeah, I remember like I caused a whole war at Northwestern High School. Nobody knew why they were fighting, but it was because of Carrie and Leroy. I'm trying to tell you, it was because of Carrie and Leroy, two Jamaican guys. But yeah, it was like we had a time, didn't we? We had a time in our generation. So we were the ones that bridged the gap and so forth and so on. And we experienced a lot. We experienced having MySpace. We experienced the first coding experience. And now we experience a whole generation of kids that aren't required to write. We're experiencing a whole generation of kids who can bypass anything we said and go look on the internet. We got a generation of kids that have 9 times out of 10 seen things that we haven't shown them yet and haven't given them access to. Like they literally, all they have to do is go to a friend's house, a friend that has helicopter parents, and they get access to it. Like we're in this age where we definitely have to tell the truth, spare a lie. But yeah, I'm gonna get over to the tarot. I'm just hold up. I don't know what I did. What did I do? Oh, okay, I hit the button by mistake. So I'm just gonna get over to the tarot. I actually got a Savage haul. I bought some stuff from Savage. Shout out to Fenty. Shout out to Rihanna. I actually went and got the account as soon as she came out because one, she's an island girl, and I wanted to support because I know good karma. It's good karma. I wanted to support her because I know eventually I'll be one of those names out there, which I kind of am now. And so I wanted to make sure I put some good energy out there so that when I stepped out into the scene, I wouldn't receive as much hate. But apparently I did this pseudo famous thing backwards. Like I caught the harassment before I got the money. Give me the money. I don't want the harassment. You guys suck. So I'd rather have the money, not the harassment. I got the harassment before the fame, and it's like you guys are not making this easy. So can I have the fame now? And then you can come back and harass me a little better. I mean, to me, this makes sense. They'll catch you. Oh man, I don't know. I think you better start running. I'm running because the way you be coming across my phone. Hold the hell up. Vaughn, is that you? I only know one Vaughn. And I was told something happened to you like years and years ago. So hopefully I'm not talking to a ghost. Anyway, so let me finish up Job, get into some pink tarot, and let you guys go for Tuesday. Yeah, it's only 7 something. Cool. All right. So Job's final words to his friends. And it's funny because I picked this before I came downstairs to start breakfast. And it was funny. I picked it because Job had to talk to his friends a little greasy because Bill Dodd came and played in his face, talked to him all hard, told like really was supposed to be coming over to kick it with the dude, kick it with the homie, and basically came off like a little Haiti. Yeah, I'm giving you the hood book, the hood guy. I hope he gets you. I really hope. Why would you want somebody to get me? I hope the police get you for wishing bad on me. I hope all of you be exposed in the near future for trying to harass one woman with a child. You would have never survived to plot on a woman had somebody plotted on your mother while you were a child. You see how that goes around in a circle. Yeah. Anyway, so Job had to light into Bildad because Bildad was trying to play in his face, talk to him all greasy because Bildad felt like he was higher ranking in the spirit than Job was. Not even knowing that God was talking to Job. He was kicking it to Job directly. You see what I'm saying? He didn't need a messenger. Bildad needed to go to get the word. Job was sitting there talking to the dad the whole time. Bildad wasn't peeping it. So all of his other friends came, right? Boom. Job, final words. Well, you in my chat having the bromance, so how am I supposed to know? Anyway, Job's final words to his friends. Now, this is when he pulled up all three of his friends. It wasn't just Bildad. Let me go make sure I got the name of Bildad. It was Bildad. Let me get all their names together because it was three friends. Now you look it up because it's going to take me a minute. All right. And Job continues his discourse. Now this is after he started leaning into Bildad. As surely as God lives, who has denied me justice, the Almighty, who has made my life bitter. As long as I have life within me, the breath of God is in my nostrils. My lips will not say anything wicked, and my tongue will not utter lies. I will never admit you are in the right. Till I die, I will not deny my integrity. I will maintain my innocence and never let go of it. My conscience will not reproach me as long as I live. That is blind faith in knowing yourself. Knowing that you already did the work. You already know yourself. You already know you're telling the truth. So whatever lie or whatever picture or illusion anybody brings up about you, they could go here with it because you already established. So yeah, he was basically lighting into them, letting them know, I will not be moved. Already said what I said. May my enemy be like the wicked, my adversary like the unjust. For what hope have the godless when they are cut off, when God takes away their life? Does God listen to their cry when distress comes upon them? Will they find delight in the Almighty? Will they call on God at all times? See? Just testing it. I know you didn't come at me like you knew what you was talking about. Do you go? Do you take your own advice at all times? Do you rely on this? I will teach you about the power of God. The ways of the Almighty I will not conceal. He is not a gatekeeper. That is what he said. I was supposed to stop at 10, but that 11 hit. He is not a gatekeeper. That is not what he said. He said, I'll show you exactly the source that I get my instruction from. And let's see if you going to double down. Let's see if you going to stand 10 toes down on the scripture that you coming to me with. Because I ain't no gatekeeper. I'll show you where I got my sources from. Basically, that's what he said. I'll show you. Look. He can show you the source. I'll show you the source. This is where I get my energy and my inspiration from. You know, I don't put my hands in old crazy stuff. I do the best I can every day. And if I can't that day, I go to sleep and wake up and try it again. Because how are you going to work if you're tired? Boy, they say ain't no rest for the wicked, right? And that's why I be sleep. This is my haul. I'm about to get to the tarot. I just wanted to see what I got real quick. Because you know what you order, but you don't know what it's like until you see it. Okay, get stuff. You know, every so often you got to treat yourself to some new essentials. Just essentials. Nothing big. Sometimes the only thing that a person need to know is that you good. You clean. You ain't feeling no kind of way. You know what I'm saying? You feel fresh. Everybody ain't got to know, but you feel fresh. But I do want you to see my hat. I got a new hat. You know I'm a hat fanatic. I got a new hat. And it ties in the back. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait. It got the little bandana thing. Thank you, Riri. So this was my Savage Fenty haul. And I think I ordered a workout outfit to go with this hat. I still been running. Oh my gosh, I went running yesterday. Toes and fingertips was freezing. Let me tell you something. Not only is the internal dialogue like tough, it had to be. I was like, if you stop, you gonna die. If you stop, you gonna freeze. If you stop, they gonna have to take your toes off. Let me tell you, that 3 miles. Ooh. Remember, if you order from Fenty, I have the membership. They give you all these freebies. What is this? Something factor, some stuff like that, and free meals. I always get them, and guess what? When I like do gift bags and stuff like that, I just throw these cards in there. I don't usually use them because I just don't. So yeah, if anybody wants these cards, I'll definitely just be like, I'll randomly put them in a mail or something, whatever. So hit me on my email if you want those cards. I'll send them to you. I always get them. You'd be surprised. Oh, yes. Yay. This is the workout outfit. This is what I would, the main thing I wanted to see. Because this is an all-in, is it all-in-one? Yeah, it's an all-in-one. It's a cat food. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Look. Yes. Look at the bag. It's giving Snatch. It's giving Snatch 2026. We running a stallion. I'm running a Boston. So I'm looking forward to more performances this year, more book readings. Definitely, if you would like to support, hit like, subscribe, and share. Definitely get the book. I want you guys to get the book because the next book is going to be coming very soon. Definitely working on a lot of things for you guys because it's a champagne world. Yes, my real middle name is Champagne. I've never been a stripper, but I've always been accused. I tried it once and you guys don't have no money. So I wouldn't do it. And it's too much work for it. It's too much naked work for nothing. So shout out to the ones who can do it and who are good at it and can like shut their brain down while all that shit is going on. I can't do it. I don't look. I'm having a hard enough time in a sweatshirt on a Tuesday in the morning. So shout out to you guys. You guys are the bold, brave ones. You guys keep a lot of the heat down because I mean there's levels to this. If you guys weren't out there to relieve some of the pressure out here, who knows what these horny Henrys will be doing? You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you guys for being on the front line because I ain't doing it. Shit, get somebody else. Yay for the pink tarot. Let's go. We're going to do all 12 signs, so stick with me because I'm going to go pretty fast. And I'm not going to be looking in the chat, so don't feel ignored. I don't know what you're going to do. Ain't my damn problem. That's just not my problem. Not my problem. That's just not my problem. And now, you heard that sound. I'm sorry if I sent you through memory lane. I'm petty. Court's now in session. I don't know if you got court. Hope you got your lawyer and everything paid for. Hope you ain't over here trying to get somebody locked up. False charges, or you're sitting there calling people in because karma's gonna get your ass, and it's gonna be worse than a booty bandit. No Vaseline, no Diddy, no oil. Ooh, you better watch yourself. Somebody talking hella trash this morning. I don't know. I really don't care. They're not talking to me. I can't hear. All right, so we've got Virgo out here on the first forefront. We're going to start with Virgo. We're going to start with this fixed sign: diligence, passion, high standards, apprenticeship, mastery, skill development, repetitive tasks. So Virgo, are you out here trying to master something, master yourself, or master somebody? It looks like there's a lot of hard work involved in it, Virgo. And the Empress is here: abundance, nurturing, fertility, feminine, good parenting, development, accomplishment, growth, evolution, and action. So there are family matters, okay? We've got 83. Who was born in 83 besides me? All right. 83 was a very good year, but it also was the year that people became wounded warriors beyond unbeknownst to them. A lot of us did good, but a lot of us did good despite the pain. A lot of us did good because of the pain. The pain was the fuel of that time frame. So if you are a Virgo and you were born between the years of 83 and 89, I'm going to say this is now time for you to gather the harvest of the pain and the sacrifices that you've had to make during that people pleasing generation, where all of us learn some degree of people pleasing, whether it be toxic or not. All right, so go forward, Virgo. Now we've got water out here, and that's a 183, 184. That's a, ooh, that would have been 11, but that's a 12, which brings us back to a life path 3. And everybody knows that all those kids were creative, even if they just created a goddamn record or a goddamn chaos or a goddamn mess. They created something. The time is now to take your creation to the next level. Whether you messed it up or not, it's now time to fix things. If you want to go forward broken, just know that after we get through 2026, nobody will be actually accepting any excuses for you. There will be no excuse for a homosexual when you can literally put 2 cardboard boxes together and make the shape in the beginning of the top of a house. So nobody will be using your excuses to for anything in 2027. So 2026, this is the end. This is your fix. This is Taurus, Gemini, Cuspian energy, head over heart, discipline, truthful, honest, mental clarity, authority. So take charge of your life before someone takes charge of it for you, and then you end up talking shit to someone who is not listening. This is your advice, Virgo. Wow, that was pretty quick. Virgo, that was you, babe. That was so strict. That was you, but that was me, and that was me being real. Please take what resonates, leave what not. I'm not here to coddle your feelings. If you want to be coddled, go find your mama. I don't think she did that either, because you wouldn't be here. All right, let's go. Whoo, Libra, how are you? Good morning. And you're in the reverse, and I know these cards are right. Yep, you're in the reverse. Overcommitted, disorganized, reprioritized, lack of balance, overwhelmed. Somebody is out here very overwhelmed, and that is a Capricorn energy. This is for Libra. You're in Capricorn energy, which means that you're stoic. So you're trying to act like you have it together when indeed you do not. You are on the brink of having a tower moment or collapse. There is exactly exhaustion going on here. All right. Why are your cards? Yeah, they're upright. Okay, so Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Financial independence, self-care, work, home, conflict, self-centered, jealousy, smothering. So not only are you out of whack and everything is pretty much chaotic. You are jealousy, you are resentful. There is some loathing here, and they're still in the Capricorn energy, Capricorn Sagittarian energy. So there is earth and fire. So whatever is going on, it's very consuming, and it's not good for your health if you stay in this situation for very long. That's like a person having an STI for too long, and then it turns into HIV, and then if you do not treat it, it turns into full-blown AIDS. You do not want to let things linger in your energy like that. We are still in Capricorn energy for Libra, and now we've come up on Capricorn Aquarius energy. So now we have ambitious, action-oriented, driven to succeed, fast-thinking, defending beliefs. So what's going on now is because of your self-loathing and things of that nature, you have to find a way to get back oriented. You have to find a way to get back into the action of your life, because you don't want life to happen to you. You want to happen to life. It's time for you to rewrite your book. There are no more excuses on the board, Libra. You have to take control of your life, or things will definitely get a lot messier. Let me get one more card on you. Boom. We've got the Ten of Swords. Yeah, it's somebody going down. Painful endings, deep wounds, betrayal, loss, crisis, failure, collapse, defeat. Sometimes you have to actually go on and claim bankruptcy, not only just in your money, but in life. Sometimes you just go on and throw in that towel and start over. It's okay. You know how many times some people have started over? Sometimes your life goes to shit because you did not step in and control your life before it spiraled out of control. That does not mean, as long as you have breath in your body, you can try to fix it. There will be mistakes that you cannot take back, but what you cannot do is fold in on yourself, because you still have to live. You still have to eat. And if you have kids, God forbid your kids see you in such a defeated state, you will pass this down, and this will be karmic. Hope this helps, Libra. Scorpio, how you doing? Good morning. How you doing? Still the beginning of the year. Everybody walking around in these taxes. Make sure them kids is yours. I don't think they're letting you do a lot of that extra stuff anymore. So make sure you got them kids, you got them records, you got the medical records, you got those proof of income, you got that proof, you got some receipts. You got your books in order, and they're not cooked. Some of you can't cook, but you'll cook some books. Some of you can't boil an egg, but you'll cook some books. Be mindful. If you're going to be that smart, you might as well not be dumb. Yeah, going forward. All right, Scorpio, let's see what you got going on, because my cards just did a stubborn move here. And Alex, sometimes he'll make a noise for a long enough time that I can actually drown it out. But then when he starts breaking up, it really becomes very, very loud. Okay, just making sure the cards were straight. All right, Scorpio. Good morning. Just pick it up. You're not in trouble. Just pick it up. You don't always have to be it alone. Are you going to eat these eggs? Because I was trying to figure out why you were on the steps. Sit down. You only wanted the spicy sausage? Just finish the eggs. You don't have to eat the turkey sausage. I'll eat the turkey sausage because I wasn't going to eat this morning, but I'll eat that. Anyway. Why am I always talking white? Huh? I'm brown. I'm talking so that you can understand. A person can actually hear the actual, because I've always talked kind of proper. Like, I've always talked in a way in which a person can understand. I've always talked in a way in which a person can actually not take me out of context. So if you take me out of context, that's where you wanted to go. And if you think I'm talking white, that says a lot to how you think of yourself and how you approach environments. That's how you approach environments? Sucks to be you. Anyway. All right, so I speak in a way in which everybody can understand, because there is not a way in a jargon in which I will be stuck to, because I actually get out. I actually cross the street. I actually go across water, so I am not stuck in the box of language and tongues that you may be. I actually speak to people from all over the world, and they actually kind of appreciate my cadence, because it's kind of universal. All right, I'm not trying to appeal to the local hood boys. I mean, they listen and they like it because a lot of them have never really experienced such an example of a woman, not unless they've had some example in their family or they've actually just watched it on the internet. But I represent the amount of women that are me. Like, when I get off of here, I talk like this. When I talk to the people outside, I talk like this. When I go to the gas station, I talk like this. When I go to the market, I talk like this. When I'm not on here, I talk like this. And everybody sees me, they see my face. So for you to assign my talk to a color means that we still have so much work to do in humanity. Or you. I don't know. I don't take that responsibility on, because your lack of experience has nothing to do with my jargon at all. I use the word utensil too. Is that what? All right. So, Scorpio, we got the high priestess out here. It don't matter if you're black or white. Damn, spirit must have knew you were talking shit to me. Anyway, when I see this B and J, I think blowjob. You suck. I am so rude sometimes. I don't know where that comes from. Is that what? Dude, where's your brain? Oops, I think it says car. Anyway, so intuition, sacred knowledge, the subconscious, divine, feminine. Trust yourself, because I don't trust nobody else. Sensitivity, purity, high murals. All right. And this is the energy of two. Just to let you know, I am a psychic. That's why you're here. Anyway, so yeah. Glad this card came out to identify Fred Glenn Sanford. Like, really? Anyway, it's like three. Never mind. Maybe. It's my intuition. I'm telling you, it's basically letting me know that the Scorpio that I'm addressing is in this chat or watching me or on my tonsils or on my dick. Whichever one, whichever position he likes and feels comfortable in. So yeah, so Scorpio energy lets me know that there's someone very passionate. They may be in my energy directly or in your energy or in this chat. There is somebody who's basically trying to poke the bear. They're trying to find out. They're looking for a receipt. They're looking for proof. But really, their proof is in their pants. They need to just go on and mind their business. That's the only proof they need. Why do you think proofing another person makes your existence solid? It doesn't. You existing makes you solid. So trying to prove another person wrong doesn't do anything but give them your energy. I hope you know I'm not doing any return to senders. Your energy will be pocketed and used for monetary purposes. We've got this beautiful 19 here. You put it together, it is a 10. So we've run a Boston on you. And then we put this 2 with it, and then that puts us back in the energy of 3. And I'm telling you, it's called creativity, baby. It's called creativity. Look at them cards. It's called creativity. Ooh, the camera bounced. It was me. It was me. So yeah, see the energy here? And the star, the sun, positivity, pleasure, happiness, vitality, fun, joy, warmth, celebration, success, rebirth, all is well. So along with my Scorpio fellowship in the Gemini realm, we are very passionate going forward. And the person, of course, that wants to prove me wrong is also passionate about being an idiot. No one is actually wrong about being passionate, but what's actually wrong is the direction, okay? So you go your way and I'll go mine, and we don't have to cross paths, okay? All right, so pulling the third card for Scorpio. Familiarity. And this is why a lot of people think that they have a right to question you. It's because they feel too familiar with you. Maybe they like talk to you in the grocery store, or you might have said hi to them in passing by, and they felt like that gave them a right to just pick you apart. Oh no, oh dear, it didn't. That's cognitive dissonance. Yeah, it's definitely at an all-time high, especially with this internet letting you into people's intricate details, and people actually going to public records to introduce more details, you know? It's crazy, right? So familiarity, happy memories, reminiscing, childhood memories, innocence and joy, nostalgia. Yeah, so this Scorpio here actually is a dual person. They're very dual. They know good. They've seen you do good, but they want to see you do bad. Or they need to make you look bad for the sake of them looking good. Either way, there's a very, very two-facedness in this energy, Scorpio. I'm not gonna lie to you. And this is a Scorpio card. It's funny how that works out. See, a lot of this is yellow, but the red makes me think of jealousy and intense envy. It makes me think of scandal. in the middle of a very pretty picture. So someone's making something look really, really good right now, while something is going to go very bad as a result, or it's something bad involved with a very good looking picture. You see it? It looks innocent enough, right? You see how yellow and the little innocent peaks of white, because white is supposed to like signal purity, but it isn't enough white to make this picture quite clean. It still looks dirty a little bit, honestly, but that red stands out, and then that hood looks like fire. You see it? My camera just did some focusing stuff. I don't know if it has anything to do with the proximity of the card to the camera, but yeah. And I think the camera, I think these new phones, they actually like autofocus, so I guess I saw that reaction. But yeah, there's somebody actually poisoning a pretty picture. That's what it is. That's poison. You know flowers, apothecary? Actually, I don't know how I spins into this, but yeah, for Scorpio. You know, the most hidden poisons come from flowers. Arsenics come from flowers. Nightshade, those little berries, the black forager, she actually tells you a lot about that. There are a lot of poisons that are in your garden and you don't know. They're in the leaves, they're in the flowers, they're in the seeds. Cherries, sorts of things of that nature. So you got to be careful, because some people, they're dumb as hell about a lot of things, but they have an area of expertise, which most of us do. Yeah, somebody's serving up poison. And I know I mentioned something about a bartender earlier, but just take cover your glasses. Do something to keep your drink with you. Do something, but it's somebody that has poison. Maybe this is how that they get over. Maybe this is how they drug kids. Maybe this is how they drug people, the patrons at the bar. Maybe this is how they do at a restaurant. I don't know. But somebody's looks very innocent. It looks like a pure thing. You know, nobody would be none the wiser unless they knew the details. But somebody is poisonous. Even if it isn't actual poison, it's something that poisoning the situation. There's a good picture, but there's someone attempting to poison the situation. But you see this fire here? Either this fire is going to burn this person, or the person is already on. It's something with burning. You see that? Jeez Christ. Let me get out of Scorpio, because I hate when a lot of information is coming in and I can't word it. I can't word it. So if there's a Scorpio out there, they know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. Okay, step up, Sagittarius. Let's get you out of here. Saggy. Oh, 7 o'clock. Sagittarius. What it say? What it say? That wing is terrible, y'all. What y'all talking about? Y'all need to be talking about something. All right. So now, Sagittarius, how you doing, Saggies? How y'all doing? Happy birthday to those. Congratulations who had. Happy new calendar year for those who haven't spoken to me or saw me since last year. How are you? Grastuche. Ni hao. I said grastuche. That's thank you anyway. But yeah, ni hao. That's hello. How you doing? Hola. ¿Cómo está usted? Greetings, grand rising, bitch rising, grand standing. What up? Sagittarius, let's go. All right. So we've got manipulation straight off the top. We've got one. We've got the power of one. Manipulation, poor planning, untapped talents, insecure, lack of confidence, narcissism. The untapped talents, this is what I was talking about. I mentioned just a moment ago about the untapped talents. You may not believe it or not, but there is something that you have mastered. You might not be the greatest at the whole life thing, but there's something that you have mastered, and I think you need to lean more on that than leaning on everybody else's nerves, because people will lean back on you. But yeah, Sagittarius, you are manipulative and you poor plan, and you have untapped talents, and you're a bit insecure, and the fact that all that makes up for a lack of confidence, and it makes you a bit of a narcissist because you use society to compensate for all the things you feel as though you lack. I have met some really smart Sagittariuses and attractive Sagittariuses that are not worth anything beyond the reflection in the mirror. They are beautiful, beautiful donuts. They have holes in them. And that's for the ones that you know. I've known quite a few Sagittariuses. I've known Sagittariuses on one end or next. But they do all have the potential to be beautiful idiots. And I just want you to just know they have the potential. And if they haven't tapped into their talents and you see that the Sagittarius is more involved in outside validation and in their outside environment, they are not focusing on the things that they have mastered. And that is a low vibrational Sagittarius. So if you find yourself in the company of a low vibrational Sagittarius, you are indeed near an obnoxious maniac, and I feel for you. And I think somewhere there's a 1-800 number for some compensation or some shit. I mean this. All right. So there's two. So we got 1, 2, 3. So we're back to the 3. So this Sagittarius, who this is a creative damn Sagittarius. But are they creating for good? Personal goals, inner alignment, fear of unknown, fear of change, playing it safe, lack of planning. Here goes that lack of confidence. Are we still doing this scarcity tactic with yourself, Sagittarius? You've got to stop playing the scarcity. You play it safe because scarcity is safe for you. Scarcity gives you leverage over people. Scarcity is the way that you take advantage of people's hearts when they say, "Oh, if you don't have it, I'll give it to you." And you say, "Yeah, I'll take it." You see what I'm saying? So sometimes people are using like the people who are running around maintaining homelessness on TikTok so that they can continue asking money from their viewers. Like that's what that looks like. Like you've come up with an idea. You can come up with some plans. You can get money, but the way you do it, it's not a long, far-fetched plan because once a person catches on that this is a scarcity tactic, they're not going to be down with your plan. So it sucks for you to be creative for nothing. It sucks for you to just be able to create Ponzi schemes or steal identities or fraud or try to tap into other people's credit. Like it sucks that was the only creativity you had. Like you didn't create an application to go to school. You didn't create another job for yourself. You didn't create a business. You just created a charge that can potentially happen and you haven't saved up any bail. But at least you're gonna look good. I'm gonna look fresh as hell when the bed's watching because you like to paint a pretty picture. And that's okay for you to paint a pretty picture, but is the picture pretty, or is it like is your paint containing lead and fumes and arsenics and stuff of that nature? Because maybe you're using that to do that to get that, and sometimes that's how another person takes their self down. They're so creative that they just create all of these open portals of bad toxicity, and they never use any of those portals for good. They never use it to change. They never use it to go legit. They don't say, you know what, I've got enough, let me get on the good side because this won't last. So I don't know what you're going to do, Sagittarius. Those were the cards for you. Sheesh. You gotta get out of your own way and stop stepping on your own toes. It's not just like the people, the basement dentist and the veneer people. You made $4 million. You couldn't have went to somebody's college or just been going to class once a week for 4 years and still got it halfway, and you wouldn't have had to serve half that time or give back half that money. Like, it's good to be creative, but create yourself a way out. Create yourself a good plan. And sometimes you got to start off in a shady way. I get it. But to stay in the shade does not make you a flower. It makes you a weed. God forbid you be in the desert. A cactus wouldn't even fare the same thing because a cactus does have flower and a cactus does have water. The more you know. Anywho. All right, Sagittarius, let's get a heck away from you. Capricorn, how you doing, baby? Because them Scorpios ran all through your energy and they took it and I don't know. So let's get it. Hopefully you're not giving a Scorpio too much of your energy because they're not doing anything with it. They're actually using your energy to talk bad about you. So even if you're helping them out, you still look like a simp because they talk so much shit about you. And every time you send them money, I'm talking to the Scorpio, to the Capricorn, and the Capricorn to the Scorpio. And every time you send them money, you look like a nope. To say you look like a simp would actually be an improvement. You look stupid. Because you think because you send this person a little $10, $20 that they have some type of loyalty to you. No, they talk about you really bad. But what's crazy is they don't really understand that the fact that they ask for $10 to $20 mean that they don't have really enough room to talk. Oh, they be people like that. They be people like that. They want to say, take your little funky $20, but your $20 wasn't funky when they needed it. All right, Capricorn, let's get it over because I got battery constrictions. I haven't put this thing on the battery on the charger since last night. Ace of Pentacles, so you've got the one back out. Ace of Pentacles, abundance, and we've got the 10. We've got burden and hard work. All right, Capricorn, so this year's going to start off rocky, but it's going to actually smooth out for you. Happy birthday to the Capricorns and the Capricorn season. If everything was okay, I do apologize. Cosworld. If I was indeed wrong, I do apologize. But if I was indeed right, you're still creepy. Either way, que sera, sera, whatever it'll be, it will be. So yeah, Capricorn, looks like everything is in alignment. You are doing hard work. You have had burdens, but it's time to start disarming yourself. Always be ready. Always be prepared. Keep a lockbox. Be ready. Keep, always keep it near you. But for the most part, you just have to be vigilant. You're going to be okay. I see that heart, dear. Conflict, disagreements, competition, defeat, winning at all costs, sneakiness, bullies, theft, abusive relationships. We're walking away from abusive relationships. We're walking away from sneakiness, theft, bullies. We're walking away, but we're also keeping up our guard so that we don't let any new ones come in. See, we've already passed through the cycle of the old ones. Whoever you cut off, you cut them off, but you also have to be prepared for the new people that are going to come in your life. They're going to be better at what they do. They're going to be better at hiding it. They're going to be masters of illusion. So during this next season of life, be vigilant. You already know how to cut people off. You know where to cut people off. The people that you are already familiar with. This lip gloss sucks. It makes your lips white. I've been paying attention to that for a second. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, so pay attention because you haven't worked so hard in your life so that people can come in and trick you out of your spot, trick you out of your money, trick you out of your relationships, trick you out of your peace. Some people can't stand to see you over there chilling by yourself, so they gotta come over there and disturb your peace because why should you be peaceful when my life is up shit's creek? Give me $10. I remember there used to be a guy that said, who's going to give me $5? His name was Eric. Rest in peace. Who's going to give me $5? Like he literally would like come in a store and actually say, who's going to give me $5 today? And then look around and say, can I clean the window? Can I do this? Can I do that? But he would ask for the $5 first. So he was a master at what he did. Even though he didn't master himself. If he could come in and say it with enough, somebody might just give him $5. He knew that about psychology. He was smart enough to know that. If he came in on the right pep on his step, he might get that $5 before he clean that window, before he sweep that storefront. He might get that $5. And there are people who work solely on that. And I think that's actually the psychology behind that guy on the TikTok with the girl that they like purposely stay homeless on purpose. I think that's beyond that. Are there a Capricorn? Is there a Capricorn in there or a Capricorn in that chart? Because definitely something like that, or either that Capricorn or Scorpio, because I remember that was the Scorpio's reading. All right, so the High Priestess is out here. So Capricorn, there is some balance coming into your life. Might even be a blowjob. I don't know why I keep seeing this BJ. It's the High Priestess card, but I don't know why they just keep. Maybe it's somebody else's energy who just likes to be childish. I'm a little childish sometimes. It's okay. So yeah, intuition, sacred knowledge, the subconscious, divine feminine, trust yourself, sensitivity, purity, high morals, and this doesn't just have to do with with divine feminine. The divine masculine is also divine in all these things. He can be divine in intuition. He can be divine in sacred knowledge. He can be divine in the subconscious. He can be divine in his feminine energy. Doesn't mean that he is, on the other team. It doesn't mean that he's not a man. It just means that he's aware. And you can be divine in trusting yourself and sensitivity and purity and high morals. So shout out to the men and women who have attained this type of peace. They have attained this type of knowledge. They have attained this type of awareness. So shout out to you all, men and women. And this is for Capricorn. So let's get over there to the Aquarius. Let's get over here to the Aquarius real quick. All right, Aquarius, what's up? I gotta holler at you because you sleep so hard, okay? Let's go. If somebody popping pills, take less drugs. Sometimes that person is offering you drugs to get over whatever they see you going through. It's because they want to keep you stuck in a cycle. It's not because they want to see you comfortable. It's not because they want to see you actually get anywhere. It's because if you're so gone out of your mind, you won't actually pay attention to the fact that this person does not want you to go anywhere. I'm gonna find the charger. Why you jump? I'm gonna find the charger. Better? Because this thing was losing light. I was like on 4%. I am on 4%. Okay. Yes, you got to definitely use discernment. I'm on Aquarius right now. Sometimes, and even if you just have air in your chart, the Aquarian is the star. Sometimes the person makes you feel important and they actually feed you things, they feed you attention, and they actually feed your ego. And it's not because they really care about you, it's because it keeps you complacent, it keeps you compliant, and it keeps you under their control. It keeps the access to you open, it keeps the access to your bank account, your home, your house, your car. It keeps access to you open. So sometimes a person praising you isn't praising you for the reasons in which you think they're praising you. They're praising you for their own upkeep. All right, so pay attention. If a person is always facilitating the liquor, the drugs, the this, the that, sometimes you gotta assume that this person wants to keep you in la la land because that's all you guys have in common. And if you should actually clean your life up and fix it, you will no longer see this person as usable, accessible, or as a friend or an associate. You'll actually dissociate and go about your business. So be mindful of the person that wants to keep you in that, especially when a person always needs money for it. They'll always keep you in it. They'll always suggest. They'll always take you in that environment. They'll always take you. You stop smoking weed, they'll definitely take you to a weed house. You stop smoking crack, they'll definitely take you past the track. You stop buying coochie, they'll definitely take you by some hoes. You get married, they definitely bringing all of your old ones back. Anything you do. Sometimes you got some homeboys that seen you get a call. They seen you get a call, and the call wasn't the best call, but it was your call. Do you know some of your homeboys went out and got a rental and acted like it was theirs and said that they put it in the shop just so they just shit on you and make you feel some kind of way? They only did it just to see the look on your face. They ain't even live like that for real. They tricked you out your spot. So now it's like you feeling some kind of way, but you got yours. Theirs was a rental. And let's find out that the women that they was getting with the rental found out that they was fronting too. And what you could do, I don't usually like to tell people how to get people back. Spin back and get them in your car. That's not a rental. Yeah. We win. Okay, Aquarius. So let me get you out of the way. You hear Alex? He's so busy. He's just as busy as me. Like, the energy in this place is so... Before the sun come up, we done ran up and down the steps so many times. We done did so much. I actually wake up. Alex is already bouncing on the trampoline at times. Like, we get it as soon as we wake up. There is no assigned place to be when we get up. All right, Aquarius, let's go. Dang, High Priestess in the reverse. So somebody's definitely got secrets, harm, hidden agenda, disconnected from intuition. Is this the person that hacks phones and forges signatures and things? Agenda disconnected from intuition, draw up fake contracts, withdraw, silence, selfish, shallowness, ignorance, misunderstanding. This is the person that plans to understand you. They're talking to you, but they're going to misconstrue your words on purpose because they need you to doubt what you're saying. They don't doubt what you're saying. They just want you to doubt it. They need to make you look like an idiot. They need to Cat Williams you. They need to Wendy Williams you. Why is everybody a goddamn Williams? Why is everybody a dang Williams? Oh, somebody's calling me for a second. I'm coming. Hold up. Right back. Ow, come on. Come on. You want to have a good day? Shoes on. Come on, Alex. You moving slow. But you were just moving fast. And why you didn't put these shoes on yet, I don't know. Come on. Whew. I had to go. Make that exit plan. He always leaves his tablet on when he leaves. But if you see what, show you what he be watching. If he don't retain any of these, I'm gonna be so upset. Like he's watching making things all the time. So that's the one thing I do like about both my kids. Like my other one, oh my gosh, he is a beast in the kitchen. This man can make French toast to make you, that will make you literally kind of cry. And like a tart, he can make a fruit tart, like with the cheesecake and the crust, homemade. He could do it. But yeah, that's my oldest. But yeah, I was talking about Aquarius and this high priestess and the secret and forgery, contracts, paperwork, fake paperwork, hidden agendas, that sort of thing. Yeah, fake contracts and things of that nature. Aquarius. So this is Aquarius energy. Woo! Why y'all? No, it's upright. Let's see what's on the bottom. Page of Wands. Inspiration, ideas, discovery, limitless potential, free spirit, exploration, excitement. So basically, this person is using their access to forms, platforms, computer. This is like website systems and stuff of that nature. This person is using systems. So death came out. Okay, Aquarius. So I was already talking about forgery, using a system to create contracts and things of that nature. Secrets, harm hidden. This is the upside down. Remember this, if it was upright, I would be saying something about this, but upside down, so it's in a reverse. JB. The initials JBDN, N, JDBN, YN, young nigga. Sorry, I'm just speaking it out. Secrets, harm, hidden, agenda, disconnected from intuition. I'm doing Aquarius. Withdrawal, silence, selfish, shallowness, ignorance, misunderstanding. So, resistance to change, fear and change, holding on, stagnation, decay, personal transformation. And this was the death card. This was the second card that had came out. And this was the card that was at the bottom of the deck. The Page of Wands, inspiration. So, this person gets into faulty contracts or makes faulty contracts or is part of a faulty contract and is keeping this hidden. This is bringing a death to a situation because they refuse to change, or something cannot be changed. It's too late to change. It's already in process. So either this had to do with the computer, a pay, a wire transfer, mail, a package. I received my package, so it came late. So timing is everything when it comes to whatever contract this is, because something is coming to an end. Something is being wrapped up. Remember, I said that those two people got caught. The two females that I did get caught. Now, they was the only ones that I saw. There are other things happening in this world. Like, we don't know. Every 5 seconds something happened. Every 10 seconds, every minute something is happening in this world. So at the moment, something is coming to an end for somebody. There's the end of a contract or the end of a dirty offer. I should say that. A dirty offer, a dirty contract, ill-gotten deal, something of that nature. And it's more than one person. So the third card is this 4. So we've got 2, 13, and 4. The 2 was the High Priestess in reverse. The 13 was the Death in reverse. So that's 2 and 13. That's 15. That's 6. And then we've got the 4. The 4 is coming out as the Emperor. That's Aries energy, big red bold. So somebody's writing in red. Somebody's either going to come out, somebody's coming out in the red. Respect, leadership, stability, structure, rules, and power, authority, father figure, protection, control, discipline, focus, practicality. So this is law. Law, lawyers, judges. Law, lawyers, judges. This is going to end up in court, in the court of law, this contract. Something's going to be ran through. Maybe there's a PI. Maybe there's a detective. Somebody is coming across a faulty contract or a bad offer. Somebody is coming to the end. Someone is gathering facts. And this will all be brought to an end. Maybe even in Aquarius season. So there's shady offers, contracts, and things of that nature being brought to the end. There's a PI bringing all this information, death and transformation. We did get it to a, hold up, that was the 15, that was the 6, and we added a 4. That is the 10. That is wish fulfillment for whoever this stuff was done against. They will have wish fulfillment, and this will be coming to an end. They say trouble don't last always, and this too shall pass. So if you are having a hard time and you are an air sign, or you are in proximity to an air sign is in your chart, or the person that is doing things to you or you think is doing something to you is an air sign, this is going to come to an end this season. This is wrapping up right now. You will be getting clues. I don't know if it's going to be in your algorithm. I don't know if it's going to be in your mail. Somebody will be coming forth with some evidence for you. Somebody's definitely going to court. I don't know if you're involved in it, or this person is going to court by themselves, and you'll find out later on. But this is definitely being brought to someone's attention, and it is official. There is official paperwork. Okay, Aquarius, that was you. That was a lot. That made me feel like I was at work again. My last job was doing I basically worked in healthcare system, but I was not on the nursing side, thank God, anymore. I no longer want to do that. I actually went to nursing / administrative, and that didn't serve me as well either, because a lot of times when you end up in a building with a bunch of women who are kind of bitter, and they're too busy trying to outbitter the next woman, it kind of becomes a very toxic environment. And I used to be very vocal about it when I used to pass through the building. They'd be like, we haven't seen you inside the building in months. And I'd be like, because there wasn't nothing necessary for me to come in here for. You guys are depressing. Had I known that I was rubbing people wrong when I was telling them the truth, I would have kind of been a little bit more quiet, but it was very hard not to say the truth. You guys look very depressed every time I come in here. That is the reason why I don't come in here, because I don't want to look like you. Thinking back, maybe I could have been a little gentle, but hey, I was not lying. And the moon would come out because, like I was saying, maybe I should have been a little bit more gentle. Anywho. It's hard when you realize maybe you could have been a little bit more gentle with people's feelings. Maybe. But I did not lie. I just didn't lie. Maybe my next thing when I have to be in house with a bunch of women who may or may not possibly be upset at life circumstances. But I think the reason why I was like that is because everybody was going through circumstances. It's just that they looked like it. Yeah, still, I kind of probably was wrong for just saying it so blatantly, but it's my opinion. And I took it with me and I stand on it. I do. I stand on it. Shouldn't have said it, but I stand on it. Oh boy. That's the thing with being like very, very honest. People cannot take it. People really can't take brutal honesty the way they say that they can. They can't. And that goes for men and women. Like, some people really can't take my type of honesty. Like, I'm going to tell you. Maybe I shouldn't, because people are so fragile. The hardest people are the most fragile. Trust me on this. The meanest person will fall apart if you put even the slightest bit of amount of bass in your voice when they've already deemed themselves the conqueror in the room. I tell you no lies. I tell you no lies. Anyway, pull up on me, Pisces, or don't, because y'all not really my favorite people. See, that's that shit I be saying. But yeah, pull up on me, Pisces, or don't. Like I said. Am I still talking white? Or is my neck snapping enough for you? Huh? I'm so silly. Anyway, Four of Pentacles. Greediness, possessiveness, stinginess, overspending, self-protection. Yeah, Pisces. This is your card. Greediness, possessiveness, stinginess, overspending, self-protection. I don't think I need to explain this a lot, okay, Pisces? Stand on it. Like, if this was ever the glass slipper, this is your slipper. Pisces. Like, even if you're a North Node Pisces, like, this is still true. It's like, wow. Greediness, possessiveness, stinginess, overspending even other people's money, and self-protection. You guys will put your head in the sand for everything that you don't want to hear, even if you need to hear it. It's like, boop. You're a bad person. Boop. Like, I told you, these are fishbowl people. The Pisces, I've always explained them as people who operate in a fishbowl. They like to be inside in the water, in the safety, totally submerged in their own emotions, totally deciphering their own bubbles. And if you should come over, it's like, feed me flakes or get away from my bowl. And that's a Pisces. They're the fishes, right? Okay. So let's get your second card, and that's in Capricorn energy. So it's a hard, dry Pisces. Ooh, a hard, dry fish? Eesh. That's like that tilapia with no flour on it that they fry in the African parties. Hello, greetings to South Africa, Sudan, and all that good stuff. Page of Pentacles, manifestation, financial opportunity, skill development, ambition, desire, diligence. So this is the Page of Pentacles. So this stingy, greedy Pisces is trying to manifest more opportunities, and they're actually trying to do a good job of it. Well, it looks like it's a good job. They're doing it on the surface. So this is definitely a water. This is definitely an Aquarius Pisces cusp that I'm reading for, who basically is trying to combine the good and the evil together, leaning a little bit more on the evil side. So didn't I just say this crap? Yes, I'm a psychic. Because I just running this down. So this came out in the reverse, right? And I was just saying this. Lesser of two evils, no right choice, confusion, indecision, information overload. So Pisces, the Pisces being of this makeup here, the greediness, possessiveness, stinginess, overspending, self-protection, they're trying to manifest a new opportunity, and they're trying to use it through skill and diligence and desire, and they're choosing the lesser of two evils, even though the lesser might be more evil for them. So the lesser of two evils, no right choice, confusion. So they're trying to make a blind decision. They're just trying to eeny, meeny, miny, motor situation. Doesn't mean that it's going to be a good investment. They're just trying to make an investment to make things go forward. Sometimes you just have to take the chance to make things go forward. And it looks like this Pisces is going to take chances to go forward. So I don't really have a lot of advice for you, Pisces, which means you actually just need to go forward. You won't know if you're right or wrong unless you go forward. And I hope this helps. Sometimes stagnation is the only thing between finding out if you were right or wrong. So if you don't go forward, you will not know. Sometimes the tried is true. All right, Pisces, that was for you. And what are we going to? Aries? Did I do Aries first? I think I did Aries first. I did. No, I didn't do Aries first. Oh, shoosh. Shoosh. I did Virgo first. And a Virgo just fussed at me. All right, I'm keep my stuff together. Okay. Aries, how you doing? Just got fussed at. Okay, so you know my stuff better than me. Okay. All right, Aries, step up, step up, step up, Aries, because when your season comes, don't say that I wasn't telling you and I wasn't helping you get to your season, because you're supposed to be going into a union this year, Aries. And a union will look good on you. Pending, you're not in a controlling energy. You are healed and you are ready to be a partner. You don't want to just be a leader. You're ready to be a partner. You do not want a relationship. You do not want to relate through drama. You do not want to do trauma bonding. You actually want a partner. Somebody who you can hold to the side of you. To the side of you. Remember those old Egyptian pictures where she's holding him and her hand is under her bosom and her arm is around his waist here, and his arm is actively down and around her waist here. That is actually a secure bond. Her secure in two places, the rib cage and the waist sacral chakra, and him holding on to the entirety of her sacral chakra, being as though he doesn't have to hold on to two spaces. He can hold on with his arm, which is a band of strength, to her sacral chakra, which encompasses all. Okay, so be mindful of your position in your relationship. If you guys are not to the side of each other, someone is either slightly in front or in the back. That is not a partner. That is a relationship. You guys are relating to each other in other ways that have nothing to do with the direct alignment of partnership. Don't say I didn't tell you. All right, so Aries, like I was saying to you, Queen of Swords. Oh, baby. You've got justice here. You've got Virgo energy and justice. Queen of Swords, unbiased judgment, independent, clear boundaries, direct, communicative, clear minded, perceptive. This is what I was just talking about before I drew this card. So we're going to go in with clear decision making. We're going to have our eyes wide open, not wide shut, when we approach the next what romantic relationship, business thing, friendship, association, anything like that. Since you've already cut off and your discernment should be a little bit sharper, you should be able to know and be able to decipher and discern your new soul tribe. You will have new friends that don't carry the drama that the old ones did, or at least you want that. You desire that, so you should move forward and do not feel bad for no longer wanting to be friends or associating with certain things that no longer serve your purpose in life. Please keep that in mind. You are an Aries and you are an emperor for a reason. Please display that. You do not need to step up off your throne to make other people comfortable. I've done that and it's not a good thing. People want your seat even though they do not fit it. Okay, Aries, there you go. 10 of Swords. So somebody does feel like you going forward may be a betrayal. They'll feel it. People will be coming to you, trying to get you explain your decision for not wanting to be in proximity to them anymore. That is their problem. You have to go forward. The answer is the no. You have Lovers, Gemini energy, painful endings, deep wounds, betrayal, loss, crisis, failure, collapse, defeat. And people will start making emergencies to catch you off guard, just to get back in your life, just to get back into your emotional attachments and everything like that. So it looks like people saying, oh, well, somebody got beat up, you need to come, or somebody's going to the emergency room, you need to come. Slow down. Think about it. Prior to this emergency, prior to this thing, nobody was coming for you. Nobody was at you. Nobody was checking for you. Nobody checked on you. But when emergencies happen, you're the first person they call. You need to think about that and be the last person they think about calling the next time. Because why? Sometimes we forget, because we deem ourselves so important, we forget that people are users. People use you, and some people don't want you to disconnect from them. They need you to be where they are so that they can help, you can help distribute the pain evenly. But that's a sick person, right? Why do you want to distribute pain? Why do you want to distribute needs, scarcity? Why do you want to distribute all these things that you don't distribute during a regular day, during a regular scheduled week? You know what I'm saying? Like, some people only know about their family because a funeral happened. Some people only know about their family because a wedding happened. Like, what about the other days of the week? What about the other months? What about the down times? Do they know you? Are they investing in you when nothing's happening? So be mindful of whose emergencies you're running to, and what that can take from you and what you're signing. Because every time you dedicate yourself to a thing, that's a contract, and you've willingly taken it on. So remember, you have free will. The only thing that we don't have free will on is having free will. Wow. So yeah, I'm definitely telling you the truth. Help in a Page of Cups comes out. Creative opportunities, intuitive messages, curiosity, possibility, happy surprise, dreamer, sensitivity, new love. So if you're here and you're listening, I am talking to you and I'm giving you intuitive messages about this stuff here. So don't be afraid to walk away this year. This is your year, 2026. This is the stallion year. This is the year for you to get your on, and yeah, go forward. Don't be afraid to leave these people alone. Think about the times that they didn't call and the times that they were totally happy without your existence. Think about those things and move forward. You don't have to explain why you no longer want to be there. Have a good day, Aries. Step up, Taurus. How you doing, Taurus? Good morning. How are you? How are you, bullies? And happy birthday to my Capricorns, my Capricorn cuspers. Alex just had a birthday on Sunday, so yeah, and he had a birthday during the super moon. All right, and he's totally powerful. I'm just gonna say it right now. Alex is just he's tapped in. He's tapped in. He's so smart. But I'm just definitely gonna have to keep an eye on him because he has the potential to be a great one. But just like a person has the potential to be a great one, they also have the potential to go the opposite direction. So always keep those things in mind. You can do the best you can for all of your kids. You can give them as much guidance as you, but you just definitely have to be okay with the result. Fair enough. All right. Taurus, hi. We've got justice in the reverse. Okay, so this is 11. This is Libra energy. Unfairness, lack of accountability, guilt, dishonesty, punishment. So someone is definitely stuck in their own self-made prison. They've been unfair or been treated unfair, lack of accountability, guilt, dishonesty, punishment. So someone has done something and they feel quite a way about it. But no one knows but them. So they are in a mental prison and they're trying to make it look good, but it's kind of heavy. There's the 6. This is Pisces. No, yep, this is Piscean energy. This is the 9 of Cups, and it's upside down. So it's lack of inner joy, smugness, dissatisfaction, indulgence, materialism, inner happiness. So somebody is definitely stuck in a mental prison. This person is not broke. This person is not doing bad in life, but this person feels bad in life. All the material gain, everything that they've gained in life, even validation, means really nothing to them because they really don't have what they want. And they really don't know what they want because they've been basically taking a page out of everybody else's want book. They really don't. They really haven't taken the time to actually really ask themselves what they want. And until they stop taking a page out of everybody else's book, they'll never know what's in their own book. Okay, so we've got the Lovers upside down. Remember, this is Taurus that I'm reading for. Self-love, disharmony, imbalance, misalignment of values, suffering, detachment, obedience. Detaclunant. Maybe this is a typo. Whatever. Obedience, conflict, bad choices, indecision, fear of commitment. So I'm going to say that this word is safely detachment. It was a faux pas on the card. Self-love, disharmony, imbalance, misalignment of values, suffering, detachment, obedience, conflict, bad choices, indecision, fear of commitment. So definitely there is a Taurus or Taurian energy or earth energy that feels very imprisoned by their decisions, by their existence. They have to go on a journey of self-love. And it's okay. This might be a younger Taurus. There might be a cusper, but this person, it might be a Taurus Gemini cusper, but this one that I'm talking about is in a mental prison. It's not that they don't have the means to live a great life, it's just that they don't have any purpose to it, and they've been gaining validation from everybody else's pages out of their book. They've been harping on everything that everybody else values. They haven't yet addressed their own values and have started, investing in that. So whenever they pull themselves back and take back their power to themselves, which means not taking in peer pressure, not taking in the images on social media, not even worried about the friends to the left or the right. What do they really want to do? Not what everybody expects them to do, but what they really want to do. So Taurus, this is a self journey that you're going to be on in 2026. You are basically displaying like things of imposter syndrome where you really don't know yourself. You just know that you want to be good. You know that you want to be okay. Doesn't make you a bad person. It just makes you just a little lost on what your purpose is. So definitely solidify yourself with yourself. This year is the time to solidify your relationship with yourself, not with others, but with yourself and what you really mean to you and what that means to you. Hope you can understand. Hope this helps, Taurus. All right, let's get into Gemini. And after we do Gemini, there's Leo, and then I'm tired, and I'm going to go take a nap, okay? Because I'm able to. Because when I open my eyes, I'm at work. I've already clocked in once I open my eyes. Oh, boy. I'm a little tired. I've been yapping for 2 hours straight. Oh, my gosh. You couldn't have told me like a year ago, because I would be doing this, I'd be here right now. This was definitely a journey. I went on my own journey. The end of 2024, the beginning of 2025, that was definitely a journey. Some of it was forced, a lot of it was uncomfortable, especially with the stalkers and the people just getting on and like verbally abusing me for no reason other than like they got some sucky friend that wants to maintain some type of control in the social atmosphere or whatever, or they want to make somebody look a certain way so that they don't look too bad, but they still ended up looking bad anyway, like that sort of thing. So thank you for the year. Thanks to my subscribers. Thanks for my followers. Thanks for everybody who's going through this journey together with me, who's also trying to figure this great ball of earth and water out and just trying to figure out what their purpose is. And for the people who already figured out what our purpose is, hey, holla at me. We're doing it. We're actually doing it. We're making it. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be fun, especially if your perspective is right, right? Okay, so Gemini, Knight of Wands, energy. It's me. Energy, passionate, inspired action, adventure, fearless, impulsiveness. I can't make this up. This is me. Definitely with this morning's breakfast. I'm usually a lot smoother than this, but I didn't. Okay, so you see it? Energy is the first word, and that's exactly what I have. Even though I'm a little bit tired, I'm telling you I'm going to sleep, but I know when I'm logging off, I'm not going to sleep. I'm going to make a huge cup of hot chocolate, and then I'm probably going to log on to my classes and eat Alex's sausage that he didn't eat. All right, so Gemini, we've got energy. We've also got Leo and Pisces. That sucks. The reason why I'm laughing is because these are my parents. My parents. There's a Leo and a Pisces parent that made this Gemini here. And I'm a Gemini. And this is Gemini energy, right? So God is good and good is God, right? So energy, passionate, inspired action, adventure, fearless, impulsiveness. This is me. This is the epitome of a Gemini. This is one of the main things why Geminis get such a bad rep, because a lot of times people think our energy is like inconsistent or we had to like take something to be this way. But honestly, we're still trying to figure it out. As a Gemini, I approve this message. We are still trying to figure our energy out because it really depends on the people we're in close proximity to. Some people give us energy and some people just suck us dry. So it really depends on your internal compass on how your Gemini treats you or how a Gemini is. So that was the first card for Gemini, and yeah, I be riding on my horse. I be giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. And then, we got the Eight of Swords here, still in Gemini energy. The answer is no. If you have a question on your mind, Gemini, I don't have a question on my mind. I already know what it is. All right, negative thoughts, self-imposed restriction, imprisonment, victim mentality, entrapment. So maybe you're making somebody feel a bit insecure. Maybe somebody's like in your Kool-Aid and they don't really even know what the flavor is, Gemini. But definitely if this is you having negative thoughts and self-imposed restriction and imprisonment and victim mentality, you can come out of this. It's because you're around a bunch of people who make you feel like this. You are eating the energy of your peoples. And a lot of times if you do feel like you're like in a self-imposed restriction, it's because it's somebody transferring you this negative energy. It's somebody that doesn't like to see how you spend your money. They don't like to see you smile. They don't like to see you happy. They don't like it if you can have love. They don't like it if you can see a peer. They don't like it. They don't like that you have so many possibilities. Even if you don't, they don't like the appearance of you having possibilities. So if they can shut this down and walk up to you and say, and make you feel like disgusting for the rest of the day, they will definitely take this opportunity. So definitely take a page out of Pisces book and be in the fishbowl, Gemini. Sometimes you just have to be unbothered because some people just wake up that way and they wake up and their ass itches and they just naturally want to be contagious. Okay, so Gemini, I suggest you definitely learn to suck it up, Buttercup, because everybody's eyes are on you, and for some reason the more they think that they can get a reaction out of you, the more that they think they should pull. So please don't give anybody the strings to pull on you, Gemini. Okay, we're gonna pull one more card and we're gonna get it, because everybody's trying to figure out your energy. Even though you have energy, you don't need anything to give you energy. You just need to get the fake people away from you so that you can ball out. Okay. Here we go. All right, so this is a yes. This is Leo energy. Hey, Daddy. Hi, Daddy. I love you, Daddy. My father passed away, and he's a Leo. And if anybody knows me, they know. Um, Going back and looking back and then coming forward, no, my father was not like a perfect man, but he was the perfect daddy for me. And when that man left, he left me with a lot of stuff to clean up. It's like he left me with a mop and an ocean to clean up, okay? And I almost felt like it was impossible, but I felt like when I took my mop toward the desert, I helped myself out because proximity is everything. Dried it all up. Mop in the bucket. Bucket list. So yeah, don't let that go over your head. So the 6 came out. This was the 3rd card in Gemini, and this was funny because I've been holding this card since I've been talking trash for like 2 seconds. Okay, so public recognition, victory, progress, self-confidence. Leo energy. So shout out to you, Gemini. The Geminis who have not lost their self to the haters, who have not lost their self in the crowd, who have not lost their self due to all the stuff that's been piled on and all the opinions that have been giving about us for so long. It's okay to push back, and it's okay to let people talk. Let people talk. You know you. I know you. Sometimes we don't know us, but that's okay too. If everything could be explained, how much more boring would the world be? But everything can be talked about. So have a good day, Gemini, and embrace your duality. When people walk up and they ask you and they say that you're two-faced, tell them their math is off and they need to think bigger. Think big, bitch. And that was for Gemini. Oh, lucky us. So Cancer, how you doing, Cancer? Let me pull up on you because I think it's after Cancer and we got Leo, and then I'm out because I think I started off in Virgo. Cancer, how are you, you big bully? You crybaby bully. You always telling stuff. You always telling part of the story. You tell a long story, but you only tell part of the story. I don't understand. You've been talking for 4 hours, but half of the stuff is a lie. Some of the stuff is a truth. And a lot of the stuff is just bent up this chaos. And it actually works in your favor because while everybody is listening to your story, your partner is running around pickpocketing everybody. Oh, Cancer. You aren't the crybaby we think you are. You're kind of sneaky, Cancer. Oh, let me shuffle some more because what just came out. Oh shit, things are jumping. Okay, come on, Cancer, let's go. Come on, let me tighten you up. All these cards came out. Oh, 4 cards came out. You ready to see them? God, look, the first card I seen was the Fool. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy had none. This little piggy had roast beef. This little piggy might have had a gun. And this little piggy got wee because he found out a man and not a woman. All right. Somebody's confusion. Somebody's confusion. So we got the Fool and the reverse, Uranus energy. Holding back, indecision, hesitation, recklessness, fearlessness, bad choices, risk taking. So somebody is out here and they're putting their private parts on the roulette. They're like Russian roulette with it, right? Every time they lay down, it's a lottery. Wrap it up. Start wrapping it up. I was just talking about bug chasers and people who are actually out here actively trying to get the disease and actually trying to pass the disease. So it is a lottery. Wrap it up. And this goes for every sign. Love yourself. Wrap it up. Okay, so holding back, indecision. So maybe this Cancer is no longer trying to do romantically, or they holding back, or they actually just went celibate. And it's Uranus energy, like I said. This is the Fool. And then we've got the Eight of Cups: disappointment, abandonment, withdrawal, escapism, walking away, leaving behind. This person wants to go, this Cancer wants to go into hermit mode. Apparently, whatever gambling or lottery they've been participating in hasn't been, he's been crapping out. He's been getting snake eyes lately. So there's been a lot of walking away. There's been a lot of losses, a lot of L's being taken at this current time. Then we've got the Two of Swords out here with the Libran energy. We've gone from Uranus, we've got the Piscean energy, then we've got Libra energy. Piscean, Libra, that is justice, that is water justice, that is emotional justice. And that's an 8 and a 2, that's a 0, 8 and a 2, that's an 82. So maybe somebody is 44. Somebody's 44 or 43 for the time being, since this year just started. Somebody's 44, born in the year 82, or they're 28. Take what resonates or don't. The Two of Swords came out after this Eight of Cups. Difficult decisions, weighing options, avoidance, deadlock. So apparently something happened and somebody's weighing their options, and somebody's also avoiding making a decision or letting somebody know. There's a lot going on with these 4 cards that popped out. I'm going to show them to you again for confirmation to you, not to me, because I know what I'm looking at. You need to go figure this out. Page of Pentacles: manifestation, financial opportunity, skill development, ambition, desire, diligence. So it looks like this Cancer is basically holding back because there is fear of either escapism or wanting to escape. This person wants to get out of the bad decision that has been made or being made, or has been being made. Like they've accumulated a lot of bad decisions, and the attempt to withdraw and skip town is looking very good right now. It's a difficult decision, trying to avoid it, trying to pretend as if nothing is happening while being deadlocked in the situation. Like a decision has to be made. Manifestation, financial opportunity, skill development, ambition, desire. So there is a desire to come out of this constraint. I don't know if it has anything to do with the lack of health or the lack of pentacles, but this person wants to come out. Cancer, cancerous energy, could be any sign, but definitely Cancer, Pisces, Libra, and somebody 28, born in 82 or 44. You take what resonates. This person wants to change their life. They're tired of living in lack. They are tired of the decisions they're making. They're tired of being gambling. They're tired of not knowing what the outcome is going to be, and they're wanting to make a decision that is going to be best as far as money is concerned. Money seems to be the motive for all these poor decisions. I don't know why this person doesn't just go sit down and figure it out and stop gambling, but hey, we don't know why people do the things that they do, and maybe this has worked for this person for a long time, but it's coming to an end now, and they're going to have to find a new way to go about it. All right, so that was Cancer. All right, hopefully you do find a new way to go about it. It looks different from everyone, but yeah, we definitely have to find a way. As long as you got breath in your body, there is a way to change something, but you cannot escape the karma of the damage that is already done. So be mindful. Didn't tell you life is going to be easy, but there is life. Hey, that's the blessing. All right, so let's go, Leo. Let's go, Leo. That's my last one. Maybe didn't come off so smooth, but I don't care. It actually cracked my back a little bit. All right, so we've got the Seven of Pentacles. The answer is no. I don't know who asked the question, but the answer is no. Long-term view, hard work, perseverance, diligence, sustainable results, investment. This is what I'm talking about here. That's where the money is. Haha. I did the little Bill Cosby thing. Yeah. So, yeah, the Seven of Pentacles look like hard work, looks like you need to rest, and whew, sometimes you got to pat your back if you made it to this year with discernment. Pat yourself on the back if you made it out of a bad situation. Pat yourself on the back if you figuring it out and things are getting better. Pat yourself on the back. I'm giving you a clap. Flowers for you because we made it. Like, this life crap is hard, especially when you actually become an adult and everything is in your name and everything has to be done by you and you have to cover everything, despite people running around trying to do all these things to you, but never helping you do nothing. You've got to give yourself a pat on the back because everything was against you except you. And that's okay. Yeah. I'm almost damn exhausted. All the haters. I didn't know I had haters because I deemed myself okay. But since they're there, hey, I'll cash them in. Show me where you can change that currency. You get the currency exchange so you can change the haters into cash. Seven of Pentacles. So long-term view. Sometimes you've just got to tunnel vision it out. Sometimes you just gotta not look left, you not look right, stay on your path and stay the course. It's going to be okay. It's lonely on this road too. I just want to let you know, you got to stand 10 toes down. It gets lonely and people will try to make you feel like a lame for actually choosing this path, but they'll be the lame ones in the long run. It's your investment. Lack of inner joy, smugness, dissatisfaction, indulgence, materialism, inner happiness. So we've got a Leo who does long term or long haul. I don't know why I wanted to say that. Maybe it's a truck driver. That's a Leo. I do know some Leos that they make long term choices. They make choices based on longevity. A lot of times when a Leo makes a choice on longevity, the only thing that kind of messes them up is the fact that they get short-term friends or they get people in their situation who only have a very short foresight. They can only see 5 seconds down the road as opposed to the 20 seconds. And they're okay with only seeing 5 seconds of the road because that's all they wanted to get through. They didn't think about the longevity of the thing. So Leos definitely have to be mindful of who they take on and take on to their environment because they shorten their life when they take on frivolous peoples and frivolous actions and, do certain things. But you have to know what's in all their chart because if you have a strong south node in your chart, it could definitely mess you up with the long vision, okay? Especially with having this Piscean energy out here with the lack of inner joy, especially if you got a hater that hates to see you shine, and Leos love to do none else than shine. You cannot be in proximity with a hater. Like, I don't understand how a Leo can be with a Pisces because Pisces are haters and Leos like to shine, so that has always been weird. If you know of a relationship with a Leo and a Pisces that works out and they're not chaotic and somebody's not always like starting stuff and it's not always unfair, you let me know. But I've never seen a Pisces and a Leo relationship last, especially if that person was really, really a Pisces and that person was really, really a Leo. It does not work. So Leos, your longevity and your plans, I see 7-Eleven. So you open 24/7. So it's a 24/7 thing. Ow. I ain't lying to you. I'm gonna show you the cards I got. This is how it came out. This is the 7 of Pentacles, Taurian energy, grounded earth. See? Most Leos make decisions grounded in foundation and longevity. They make decisions because it's easier for them to keep up with it if there is even if they do short game things on top, they always have a long game set up. That is what is natural for a Leo. Okay, so when you come into proximity with a Piscean energy, which was upside down, that says lack of inner joy, smugness, dissatisfaction, indulgence, materialism, inner happiness. See, when you run into a South Node Piscean energy, they are quiet. And the reason why they're quiet is because they don't tell you that they're insecure, they're self-loathing, and they don't like you. And they don't like to see you smile, and they don't like the fact that you're damn happy. What the hell are you happy for if I'm not part of that happiness? That is what the inner dialogue of a hateful Pisces is. Why are you smiling if I'm not the reason? And they will wipe it from your face effectively, expeditiously too. So yeah, this is definitely a Leo that has Piscean energy around them, And then there's this 11 of justice. So there is justice. So there might be a separation coming, or there might be a taking back of power. Because once this Leo understands the dynamic and where they sit at, they will definitely get this energy together. Um, Leos are the kings of the jungle. There's the lions. So not necessarily do they always need to leave a situation. They just need to know what they are in proximity to what they have. Okay. And justice, fairness, truth, clarity, equality, balance, cause and effect, and law. So if you're not getting a divorce, if you're not putting a restraining order, if you guys are not getting separate bank accounts or maintaining your own finances independently, yeah, this definitely will clear up very soon, as long as you know what you are and where you are in proximity to your partners, your environment, or your associates. Know who you are in the room majority of all the time, and at least be able to pick up on perspectives. Body language is the loudest language there is before you get to the words. So pay attention to body language. A person will let you know if they think you're shit. By their body language. A person will let you know if they have more confidence than you by their body language, by their eye contact, by the way they ask questions. Pay attention to those eyebrows. We have them for a reason. The reason is not just to catch the like dead skin that might fall into your eyes. They actually affect emotion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I don't trust people who cut off their eyebrows, because, like, why are you trying to deceive me all the time? I'm so. I do say some of this shit out loud. Oh my God. So, I do. So, yeah. So, Leo, know you, know yourself. Wakanda. Show them who you are, Big Leo. Okay, well, don't laugh, idiot. Now, yeah, show them who you are, Big Leo. So if you know who you are in the room, be that and be truthful, because the minute you believe it's a lie, everybody else has succeeded. Okay, so have a good, thoughtful Tuesday. And yeah, this has been a great 2 hours and something, 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 you know. You guys do know that you sound asinine. Spell that. Oh, yeah. And remember, don't send for me because somebody's spinning you.